What we need to do here is look at this subject and challenge people's presumptions, because lots of the things we thought when we sent our kids to sport, when we supported sport, have turned out to be not quite as we imagined they were.
One main problem I see in this issue is that not the problem of the protection of human rights when there are major sporting events is neglected. But the fact is that there is a gap, in my view, quite wide between the laws and the practice. Because the laws exist. Laws protecting children exist.
Well, the World Cup was in 12 cities. Most of the a good chunk, I'm careful with my words, a good chunk of the infrastructure promised in terms of public transportation and infrastructure improvements, as Lord Sebastian referred to, did not materialize before the World Cup. So there's heavy criticisms there.
Everybody here is a parent, a grandparent, an auntie or an uncle, or they run sport for children and young people. And I think for a very long time, sport and its norms sat outside the rest of society. So where there were challenges, where children, young people or athletes were not enjoying sport, where they were experiencing sexual violence, physical violence, emotional violence, they had no one to turn to, and when they did speak out, there was nobody to listen to them.
The trafficking of boys from West Africa into football, the trafficking of girls from Eastern Europe into volleyball, I've heard also into football, and then in sport itself, the experience of children, sexual violence against children, overtraining, all kinds of things. And as we began at UNICEF to do the work, I got a phone call from our Bangkok office to say, what about the child kickboxers? And I got a call from the Mexico office to say, what about the child matadors? And it was just sort of opening the floodgates, and I have to say it was kind of a shock for me.